Muévete. Igual, igual, igual. Ah, me salió en medio. Corre. ¡Corre! Pero mira. Igual. Te demoraste mucho en pasar, ¿no? Kevin, David. Buenaza. Mira, Nero. Nero. Está tocando. Papá, se te lo hace Tony Cross 5 millones.
We are already in the studio and we are going to talk a little about the sensations of the Puma King. We have been using them on synthetic surfaces. These shoes have been used solely on synthetic, they haven't touched concrete, so the little bags are spotless. But let's start by talking about the subject of sensations. We are going to take out a pair, in this case the left one, and we'll just keep the right one to be able to talk about the subject of sensations. And obviously also durability, which is a very important point. In terms of sensations, guys, I think it's a classic pair. It has some modernity, like the tight fit, the issue of nano grip technology, and that is felt mostly in terms of the fit in the instep area. Why? Because when you put on this shoe, it is a little bit tricky to put on, it's a bit complicated. It's a shoe that, despite being made of a material that is not leather, but it emulates leather quite well, it is not a wide shoe, like a type of sleeper. Many describe leather as a sleeper because it stretches a lot, And then it's very easy to put on, it's super comfortable. These shoes are even compressive. So watch out, the last is quite close to the foot. They end up being shoes that I would even classify as speed type shoes with a speed last. So be aware, because many will want to choose a King foam as the option for a wide foot. And it is not an option for a wide foot because the last is not really for a wide foot. Even for me, it was a bit difficult to use because I felt that the foot was slightly compressed. But with use, this will loosen up a bit, so it ends up being quite comfortable over time. Regarding ball control, see? I think this upper is a real gem, guys. Despite not being leather, it ends up being quite comfortable and gives sensations quite similar to leather. However, the impact when making a strike, a shot at the goal, or a change of direction is not as comfortable because we don't have much grip presence. When making a pass, it's very comfortable. And even when shooting at the goal, it's quite comfortable. But you do feel that absence of grip, especially when applying curve to the ball, when adding spin. Therefore, I would mainly recommend these shoes for someone who simply likes to play in the middle and make passes, not very long passes. Even for someone who plays on the street, I think they come with an IT sole and they would work quite well for street play because it's a shoe that in the video you saw at the beginning, there were several passes I made with the toe. Now, there's also a pass I pulled off like Kevin De Bruyne, which I pulled out of my pocket. But it's not that comfortable to make that kind of passes. Now that also depends on your technique, but it's not a shoe that enhances you in that aspect. In terms of fit, as I mentioned earlier, it is a modern fit, a fit that can be a bit annoying if you're looking for a wide shoe, but for those of us who like the sock-like feel, it feels quite good. It ends up being a little annoying over time because the compression is really strong, but it's not something that ends up causing you pain. It does cause a little discomfort over the minutes, but not pain. In terms of the internal finishes, I can't complain. It's a basic shoe that has been quite comfortable. I think its main feature and what I highlight the most is the issue of durability. Let's see. It has almost... How many uses have I put into it? 2 uses, more or less, and it's spotless. I mean, it hasn't had any kind of wear, nothing. Well, also mentioning that it comes with a reinforced toe. This is a detail that not many consider, but it's very important in a football shoe. So midsole, I think it's a midsole that does its job. Nothing outstanding, nothing out of this world. It's an EVA that performs quite well, and that goes hand in hand with the nano grip technology. I really like the nano grip technology because it provides us with, let's see, if you have an anti-slip sock like the AF ones that I have, well, it doesn't move. You don't feel that rollover sensation inside the shoe, which is very common. In the world of football, you don't feel it. So having non-slip socks and this technology, you will never feel it, because it really is a technology that makes the sock anchor very well to the shoe, and I think it's very, very good. Now, regarding the stats, what do I think of these stats? I think they are good. The height is quite good, but in terms of aggressiveness, they could have improved a little bit, but it's a Puma shoe. We can't demand it to be a mercurial, so in terms of stud configuration, there's not much to complain about. I think they are quite good. They could be made a bit less aggressive, but overall they are meeting what this shoe offers us. As you can see here, it has a configuration like a cat's paw. This has really provided me with very good stability when defending. I felt quite firm when making unusual movements and also felt quite firm when shooting at the goal. But what did bother me a little was the moment of sliding. I felt like I was too stuck. Like it was a bit hard to lift my foot off the grass. But well, these are little things that tend to happen. Maybe also because I need to get used to it. And because the grass I played on was not the best. So in that sense, it can be understood. My final score for this shoe would really be an 8 out of 10. It's quite far from a 10 because the feelings haven't been entirely comfortable for me. It's not a shoe I would wear every day. A shoe that feels a little unusual, but overall I think it performs well. It's also a bit strange to combine the classic with the modern in concept. It seemed like a very good idea, but then Seeing how the product turned out and how it performs on the field, I think that it didn't turn out as well as I expected, but all in all, it is a very good shoe for this shoe. It's quite good. So you know guys, if you're looking for a somewhat strange shoe, a shoe that be modern but also classic, you can choose the Puma King in its Pro version. So guys, I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, you can leave me a like, subscribe if you want. If you wish to purchase some AF socks, you can also do so in the description section, where I'll be leaving all the content, so that you can acquire the best socks I have tried so far. So nothing, we'll see you next time. I am Amor Al Futbol. Take care, bye bye.